Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 26 of Levitated. Last time we did some digging and learned some of the lore of this pack. So the Endermen were taking apart the overworld, and then we cast a spell to try to destroy the end, except some drunken wizard accidentally cast it and destroyed the overworld, and now it is our job to fix it, I guess. To fix it, we needed to make 9 various artifacts and then put them into a thing and do a thing with it. So of those 9, we've made 3. The fourth one, the vial of levitation, is currently being crafted where our mixers are still going, and they'll mix for a little while. So today we'll continue down that path and see about making the other 5. I doubt we'll get them all today because I did start with the easiest ones, but we'll see how far we can go. So in order to get the dragon spirit, we have to kill the ender dragon with a Kikoku. Doesn't sound that bad, right? The Kikoku, I put all the recipes in already, is a bit of a thing to make. The worst parts are 16 elytras, 2048 red coal, and a stack of chorus flowers. The chorus flowers are quite easy, actually. We can just, well, get them. So, let's start with the red coal, because that part takes the longest. That's made in the resonator by just throwing coal in there. Look, I made a whole stack of it. But we need so much that it's probably worth automating the resonator. Also, we may as well put the rest of the speed upgrades in here. Let's just quick sanity check, make sure it's actually 272. Yeah, okay. So with 16 speed upgrades, it uses a lot of grid power, but it's quite fast. So let's just, this would just hook up to a, have an interface provide items for it and hook that up to a drawer, right? A basic drawer without upgrades, conveniently enough, holds 2048 items. Works for me. All set up. So let's leave this here for a while to get the 2000-ish red coal we need. If it makes 1 a second, which is probably about how fast it was, that'll take most of an hour to do. During that time, let's get our elytras. So it's possible to just go exploring to get 16 elytras, 13 more. However, the easier way to do it seems to be to duplicate it with mana. And I don't know if it'll take the entire mana pool, because normally the mana bar you see here is zoomed in, but I guess we'll find out. It looks like it took about half a mana pool, right? Yeah. All right. Well, oh, when we get them back, they stack. Anyways, yeah, we have our entire mana bank is full now because we basically don't use mana for anything since we turned off the orchids. So we can quite easily duplicate our elytras till we have, what was it, 16 total? I needed 13 more. I'm just gonna, that should do it once they're done. Whoops, overshot by a little bit. That's all right. Was there anything else in here that was... You need a bit more iron. I think I'm actually... Oh, I see. You're automatically... It uses exactly the 10,000 or the 1,023 blocks of iron. And since I think I turned off our iron... Yeah, we have no iron being made passively. I guess I'll just add a recipe to turn iron ore into iron. For the chorus fruits, we could go chopping chorus flowers off of the fruits that generate, or the easy way is just to transmute popped chorus fruit into chorus flowers with mana pool. So I think at this point we should be able to, well, with the exception of waiting for the red coal, it looks like it's a lot faster than 1 a second. Oh, there's also bottles of enchanting. We can definitely bottle these with a fluid transfer. So we use just an ender isle fluid tank as well. Let's see. How much fluid do you actually use? Let's just do it in the tank. I'll make 32 of them. Never mind, it doesn't seem to work in a fluid tank. I think it's because I put Essence of Knowledge in here, not Liquid EXP. If I use an obelisk, I think I can get, or maybe even just an experience rod. No dark solarium. Or solarium, huh. Alright, let's add that as a recipe. That does seem to work. I guess all these different forms of liquid XP are similar, but not quite the same. So that'll give us our bottles of enchanting. We also need to actually respawn the dragon. So for that, I'm going to need the end crystals. Only need 4 of these, and oh nice, it's a very Easy recipe. Can I just... Oh, would you look at that? We have 4 end crystals to respawn the dragon with. While we wait for the rest of the red coal, let's keep going then. So these 2 are in the process of being crafted. The folder of contracts, this one's actually not that bad. We have to somehow get 3 villagers and con them into signing a contract. So one of these things. That looks pretty easy to make. In fact, can I just drop it into here? The tricky part is, how do we actually get villagers? I know that there's a Zen summoning ritual to summon them, but I don't actually know, like when we summon them from there, it's random whether or not they'll be able to, whether or not they're willing to sign the contract. Generally speaking, most villagers, you know, are not eager to sign their soul away. So we're going to need to probably set up a mob spawner of some sort to duplicate them in order to have enough villagers that are willing to sign their souls away. I can make Ender Isle's powered spawner. In fact, I have one. However, in order to use this, we have to combine it with a broken spawner and an anvil. And to get a broken spawner, we can switch broken spawners from one thing to another by using soul. However, we have to actually get a broken spawner somehow, and I can't think of a way to do that. Was there a quest that was all about spawning? No, there wasn't, right? I mean, if we keep generating chunks, either in the overworld or the nether, I guess we're eventually bound to generate something that has a spawner in it, and then we can upgrade that. I don't have a better idea. So I guess I'm going to generate some chunks. It's probably better to do it in the nether, I'm thinking, because the nether has the fortresses, and if we generate a fortress, well, it's very easy to tell both A, that you've generated a fortress, and B, to find the spawners in the fortress. Because if we generate chunks like this, it can be a little hard to tell if you find spawner in one of those chunks, right? Maybe? Maybe not. I mean, if we generate a spawner room, those are also pretty easy to spot. Come to the conclusion that this is an awful idea. I'm doing my every other chunk thing to see if it's easy to spot stuff that's right in the gap between chunks. But I'm thinking the other way to find these spawners is actually through the quantum quarry. The quantum quarry quarries a fake world, and oh wait, there's a mine shaft. Where there's a mine shaft, there's spider spawners. Hold on, maybe we're onto something. I was gonna say, the quantum quarry quarries a fake world, and that fake world oftentimes, does actually have mob spawners in it. So perhaps we could... I see spider webs. Perhaps we could see if we can nab a spawner out of that thing. Not quite yet, but yeah, I'm gonna generate some more chunks in this area actually. See if we can nab the spider spawner off of a mine shaft. Got one. All right, so I can either take this for a broken spawner or put a drop of evil on it and turn it into a disturbed spawner. But I don't think there's no spawner changer in this pack, right? So I think my best bet is to take it as a broken spawner. I'll break it, get the broken spawner. Probably don't need a cave spider spawner for anything, so I'll just turn it over into a villager spawn. Oh, Enduro spawners blacklist villagers, don't they, by default? Hold on. Let's see if that's still the case. I couldn't find the settings for it. So we'll just give this a shot, and if it doesn't work, then we'll take the villager, hello friend, and turn him into, well, this might kill the villager because we have to soulbinder him. But we'll make another villager. Actually, before I do this, let's check to see if he is willing to sign his soul away. He's not. They say a different thing if they're willing to sign their souls away. So anyways, we'll just summon villagers the other way. And in fact, the fact that it doesn't let me put that in there leads me to believe that we can't make villagers this way. All right, I guess we summon a second one and then breed villagers the vanilla way. I don't even know what that is. Totally don't remember the villager breeding mechanics in this version of Minecraft. I think it was something like they had to have a village nearby, and a village is just doors that don't see the sky, right? So if I put them here, I don't know, do you eat apples? No, I think they need carrots. But I think if I dig something like this and put some doors in here, let's go with oak. And then I give them some of these carrots. Did not carrots do? What do villagers eat? Is it like golden carrots? Or I think it's, you have to literally throw the item on the ground, right? And then they'll eat it, and then they'll eventually breed? Something like that? This is too much work. I'm just gonna summon villagers until we get ones that sign the contract. So one of our first two did sign the contract. That's one down. Villagers are quite cheap to summon, so I'll just... It's easier to summon them to try to breed them the vanilla way. You refuse to sign the contract, you get pickaxed to death. Silly villagers. Here's sucker number 2. Sign the paper, live in the lasso. These villagers, normally the sign villagers are used to make chunk loaders. Like this chunk loader has to use a sign villager. Extra utilities is extra sneaky about not actually telling you that. Thankfully, this item does actually state there. Only craftable with contracted villagers. Alright, so that's 2. And for number 3, I've gotten... It's definitely way less than 50% of villagers that sign. But 50% of the villagers I've summoned have signed. Wow. That's quite lucky. I made way more splash potions than I thought I needed. I think, so yeah, out of 5 total villagers, no, maybe 6. I think, right, this one won't sign down there, and I've killed 2. So out of 6, 3 willingly gave up their souls. So I think I have to make one of these. I might need a bit more string. First, we make the silky jewel. I don't think I ever made a silk touch pickaxe this playthrough. Weird. And then we turn that into a folder of contracts. All right. So we will stash that into here. I suspect our Kikoku is ready to be made by now. Looks good to me. This craft will probably take it a little bit of time, so let's kick it off. Give it a couple minutes of craft. During this time, have you finished as well? You have. So these mixers do an interesting thing. When it's set to only output bottom fluid, they basically behave like the smeltery, which only outputs is bottom fluid. But that means that if you're not processing anything, it fills with water, and the water is your bottom fluid. So the water is propagated all the way through. But whatever, I have a full drum of potion of levitation, and I think that means we can quite easily make this thing as well. Take some glass, turn it into mana glass, turn that into the vial, yada yada yada. Right, turn it into mana glass. Is it mana glass or elf glass I need? It's mana glass. That's enough. That makes vials, and then combine vial with this. Make vial of levitation. So I think that's... Well, I guess I was already counting this item as done. Right, yeah, this is number 5. Well, number 4. The contracts is number 5. Unpin those. Are Kikoku done? Nope. It's getting close. I just have to finish with another little bit of emerald processing. And I think that's in the grinder, which is pretty fast. I do think actually I messed up the setup of this a little bit. These Tech Reborn machines can either output or process. No, that's not true. Never mind. Turning off auto output doesn't make it process any faster. For something like the operation only takes 1 tick, but then it sleeps for a couple ticks before it starts the next operation, it almost looks like. I'm not exactly sure. But alright, the Kikoku has a lot of stats on it. I think one of its other benefits is that when you enchant it, let's get some lapis and some levels. When you enchant it, you can get, it's either the enchants go to a higher level or you can get higher level enchants from it. Let me see what exactly. Well, that was an unimpressive enchant. I think it's like you can stack enchantments on it above the normal maximum. That's why it's so darn expensive to make, but our enchantment kind of failed. So I'm not going to bother putting a good enchant on it. I'm sick of him opening doors. So let's go summon ourselves a dragon. We'll still probably kill it with a bow. Did I ever get... I never did get a good bow, did I? But yeah, we'll go kill ourselves a dragon with the Kikoku to pick up the dragon spirit. I'm not quite sure what happened to all the withers we spawned before too. I think they may have fallen into the abyss after they like de-aggroed or something. I don't know. But dragon is still very loud. This dragon fight should be a bit easier than the first time around because I can fly. We still can't shoot through that, can we? Oopsies. I was kind of afraid I would click that on accident. I think this sword also does a fair bit of damage to things. Okay, it literally is incapable of hurting the dragon. Really? It has like all these different types of damage. I thought it was really good at damaging the dragon, but apparently not. We're gonna have to get the dragon low with the bow and then hit him a bunch of times for very little damage with the sword. Perhaps getting real enchants on the sword would have helped. There we go. Now we're doing good damage with the sword. I don't know why he took such a little damage before, but we have to get the finishing blow with the sword in order to get the heart. Right? So many deaths right there. So, come on, stop running away. Oh, there's a wither. Found a wither. Not quite sure where. But its boss bar showed up. Dragon, let me kill you. Alright, good. Bye-bye, dragon. And that gave us a dragon spear. Alright, mission complete. That makes 6 of 9. So number 7 will be the Genesis DNA. Rarely dropped by creepers when killed by a player with a bloodthirst effect. What is bloodthirst? I guess we just have to drink a bloodthirst potion, or more probably stand near a bloodthirst infused stick. It's easy enough to brew these potions. Let's brew the potion. I'll go to the overworld and just kill some creepers until we hopefully get one of these. Did it say rarely dropped or rarely? Well, any of these will... Some of these might be made easier if I use my spawner for that. I think I won't use our spawner for this. I'll just kill naturally spawned creepers. On the off chance it matters, I think I'm going to make a looting 3 book and put it on our Kikoku. And I guess I could make a second one and test what happens if I put another looting 3 book on it. So putting one looting 3 book on it gives you looting 3. Putting another one, yeah, it goes to 4. And I think there's some limit to how much higher than normal you can go, but not particularly relevant. So anyways, we have a looting 4 Hikoku now. And let's go. I don't know what Bloodthirst does, but I assume it gives you more damage at the cost of something else. But we should get plenty of natively spawned creepers to blow up. Hello there. First time's the charm. Not quite. I do wonder how rare rarely is. If it turns out to be very rare, it's probably, gosh, there's so many mobs here. It's probably worth setting up a spawner to actually spawn creepers and get it that time, as opposed to trying to farm these more or less one by one. Wait a second. I forgot to drink my bloodthirst potion first. Alright, what does that do? I don't know. Give you 6 minutes of bloodthirst. First time's actually the charm. Unlucky. Alright, got one off like the 5th or 6th creeper, so it wasn't that rare. I don't know how much of that's looting's effect. Let one blow up too. But I'm content. Let's head back. So we're actually making good progress. It looks like it might be possible to get all the items today. Let's see what's next. The next one will be the Crystal of Souls. So this is made out of runic altar with a lot of mana and one of each of these crystals. The crystals are grown from these essences in bonsai trees that take 30 minutes. I think they all grow on living rock. So there's 5 different types, and these come when the corresponding mob is killed by a player in, well, I guess that's it, but it says drop rarely. So some of these will be easier than others. I don't know if it means wither or wither skeleton. I guess it means wither. Let's start with the pigment and gas one, because those are definitely very easy. I assume magma is magma slime. And then some of these I might have to set up a spawner for, like blaze or ghast. Probably don't quite spawn enough that they're easy to just farm natural ones. Alright, pigment, give crystal. I've killed a lot of ender or pigmen before, and I haven't gotten a crystal. It's conceivable that they only drop them now that I've unlocked like the appropriate prerequisites. Although if it turns out to be quite that rare of a drop, like multiple hundreds of kills needed to expect one, then I might have to set up spawners for 4 of the mob types, which is unfortunate because that means I'm gonna have to find a whole lot of broken spawners. But come on, give crystal, give crystal, give crystal. Okay, no, there it is. We already got one. Maybe it's not that bad. So that's a pigment one. Maybe we'll get lucky with the ghast. Gas is probably going to be the biggest pain in the butt to get naturally, just because of how relatively rare ghasts are. Although, I mean, there's 3 of them right here. Hey, look, we got the ghast essence. Nice. All right, next, these things, blazes. Give me the thing. Nope. I still have this blaze spawning room. I think this is the right block to spawn blaze, right? It's not very efficient because it's a little bit too close to the rest of my stuff, but it's a spawner I've got. Well, now that I have full creative flight, I can actually just bounce between my 2 spawning platforms. So I don't know if wither is wither skeleton or wither, but because the theme of this item seems to be nether mobs, right? I'm gonna assume it might be wither skeleton. But yeah, I'll just bounce between my wither skeleton spawn platform and my blaze spawn platform, and hopefully get both of those in a reasonable amount of time. I feel like I've killed a couple dozen of each of these now, and I still haven't gotten any of their essences. Oh, I was just complaining about that. That's blaze. I did look it up in the configs, and the wither essence is from wither skeletons, not withers. So I think I'm actually just going... Oh, there's another wither skeleton. I was going to start the deep mob learning trial for wither skeleton, because I believe though that thing actually spawns through wither skeletons, which have a chance to drop this. Looking in the scripts, the drop chance is a fixed 10% irrespective of fortune, so it doesn't really matter, or looting whatever on your weapon. I'm gonna give it like 2 more wither skeletons. If it doesn't come in the next 2, well, here, we can just make the do I have the wither data model on me? I don't. We can... No, I can't make another one. I have to go grab my wither data model, I guess, to attune attune trial keys to it, right? Let me just make sure there are trial keys for wither. Wither skeleton, there it is. All right. For the last one, then, the magma slime. The magma slime spawns way too rarely to do anything but spawn them, I believe. Like, all this time, I've seen none. To be fair, I've mostly been in areas that have other mobs spawning, but the actual spawn rate for magma slimes is quite low. So I'll probably just find one and turn my one broken spawner into a magma slime spawner and farm that. So if I could run into one of them around here somewhere, that'd be swell. I went back to the overworld, got my wither skeleton data model and a couple trial keys. Make sure to kill the wither skeleton, not the pigmen, and that attuned our keys. So that should give us access to plenty more wither skeletons. Now, all I have to do is find a slime. That might be more difficult than it sounds. Maybe I'll build like just another platform so I don't have to look across quite as many different separated bits for a slime. Wait, never mind. I see one on the minimap. He's over here somewhere. There you are, buddy. I guess what I can do is I can kill it until the last stage. Oh, look. You got one. Never mind. We'll leave you be then. I was gonna say we kill it till the last stage until there's only one left. And if we don't get it by then, we'll bottle it up and try to use it to summon a thing, to summon more slimes. But turns out that was unnecessary. Alright, so let's grab our trial and find a nice flat area. Is this large enough? I'm sure with that gadget we can make it flat enough. And then just do a single wither trial, which should give us way more than enough. All right, that'll do. Which should give us way more than enough chances to kill wither skeletons. Yep. Yeah, these are real wither skeletons. Does it disable my flight? No, it does. Probably get arrows too. Alright, come at me with their skeletons. You got nothing on me. Oh wow, I one-shot them with this bow. Drop me your thing. Drop me your thing. Drop me your thing. Drop me your thing. Now that I think of it, none of these are dropping loot. They might just not drop loot when they're in the trial mode. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Well, it was worth a shot. Yeah, you get it? Because I'm shooting them. Since it turns out we didn't need to use our spawner for anything else so far, we get to use it on wither skeletons now. So let's take this, our spawner, and our broken spawner. I think it's... We combine the broken spawner with the soul vial and a soul binder. This step takes a little bit of time. When this eventually finishes up, I think it uses like 1,000,000 RF in the process. We can combine this with that to switch it to a wither skeleton spawner. Uses a lot of energy, but that's fine. Combine that with a capacitor. Where do I have power? Right here. And this should spawn us a few wither skeletons. And it should be... we're probably not giving it enough power. Now, whatever. Spawns fast enough. This should make it quite easy. Oh, there we go. I was apparently 1 kill short. You can stop now. 1 kill short. Oh, in fact, I even managed to pick up 2 of these in that time. Alright, so these just have to grow in bonsais. And they take 30 minutes. So during that, the next 30 minutes, we'll work on the last item. The last item, the empowered shard of Laputa, is made from... Basically, you take a basic shard of Laputa, you level it up 20 times by jamming 20 Gaia spirits into it. The basic one even takes 3 Gaia spirits, so that takes what, like 22 to get to here to basically power 20, and then you do a thing involving a whole bunch of Terra Steel and stuff. So first things first, we have to get ourselves 22 Gaia spirits. Easiest way to do that, I think, is to just kill the Gaia Guardian a whole bunch of times. So for this, I'm going to make myself a multi-shot 4 buck, and I'm going to double check my bows again. Which one was I using? Do I have one better than power 4 wither? Punch, power, unbreak. That's probably better. Sure, we'll switch, whoopsies, to, yeah, punch, power, unbreaking, and this thing. All right. So this bow now, when we shoot it, shoots a lot of arrows. What does it take to make an infinity book? 4 grains of infinity? Sign me up. I have 6,000. to summon the Gaia Guardian and also to make the terrestrial agglomeration plate here, I'm going to need a fair bit of terra steel, at least 36 plus like 40-ish ingots. So I think I'm going to make a system that at least semi-automatically makes terra steel. So 1, 2, 3. Let's get enough of each material to make a stack of terra steel. I definitely have enough mana for it, which is good news. Put the materials one into each of these 3 droppers, and then we just pick the droppers every 5 seconds. I suspect 5 seconds is enough to make a piece of terra steel. Right, this doesn't work. I always set up my system like this, and I forget that if you try to send 3 items into an open crate at once, it doesn't accept all 3 of them. So you have to send the items into a buffer chest into an open crate. Now it should work. So every 5 seconds, all 3 droppers pulse, send 1 item into the buffer chest. Then all those items get sent into the open crate, where they get terrestrial agglomerated into terra steel, gets picked up by a vacuum chest, and then the next one starts. And it all crafts within the 5 seconds between cycles. Cool. So that'll make my terra steel. Additionally, let's brew ourselves another one of these regen incense sticks so that we can not die to the Gaia Guardian. Having the multi-shot 4 bow will kill it very quickly, but I still have to not die to it. So, where's my wand? Link that, shoot it. No, is that not how we make the regeneration? I want this one, right? Another wart gas tier glowstone. It's definitely not glowstone. And wart. Does the order matter? Doesn't look like it. All right, brew me a thing. This takes, I guess, it's tough to tell the progress bar. I think it's one of those like sweeping type progress bars, right? Like all of Batanja's progress bars are sweeping type, but with the you can kind of see the green of the item. I think it's more than half done. It'll be done soon. Lastly, I think we're going to have to move our Gaia arena because I have like cut right through the center of it. So we'll find a new home for it. And I think we'll put it right over here. Let's slip the incense down into here. And I believe we can even cover it up afterwards. Oh, we have to light it first. But then we can cover it up so that the arena is complete, but we have the effect the whole time. So that should give us regen. Yep, it gives us regen. It'll refresh as it runs out. And Gaia Guardian time. Oh, it takes away all forms of creative light. Maybe I should have made a new helmet first. Nope, do it now. Okay, or we can just 3-shot him. The good thing about multi-shot is that if you bring him from the threshold where he starts to go into intermission to death, like in 1 shot, you can actually skip the intermission phase. Given that, it's probably better to do well, at least it's easier and faster to do this Guardian, to do the Guardian of Gaia 1 a couple times instead of doing the Gaia Guardian 1 once and then the Gaia Guardian 2 a couple times. Because we really don't need anything off the second Gaia Guardian. It just drops more essences. Easy. Alright, well those that regen was probably not needed, but that's 24 Gaia spirits. If that's not enough, we can do one more fight, but honestly, if we have to do one more fight, I'm not gonna sweat it. So, starting from the beginning, we make the Shard of Laputa Power 1. And then I don't actually know what this is for. Like the leveling it up is pure Botania, but once you get to the max level, I don't know what this actually is used for in Botania. But whatever. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, counting with Jimmy, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, once we get to 20, we leave it at 20 and we combine it with an end shard on this thing, which is 5 blocks of end steel and 4 blocks of terra steel. So 5 blocks of end steel. And let's go get the rest of our Terra steel. Are you done crafting? Oh, you got stuck after a while. Oh well, I think you made enough. Thank you for your service. It gets stuck like that if it doesn't finish one set of crafts before the next one starts dropping items on it. So it is 1, 2, 3. Was it 4 blocks? And I suspect that, yeah, I suspect it used up all of our mana, which is why it stopped being quick. How many mana pools do I have? I have 25. Okay, so yeah, 25 mana pools only makes 50 Terra Steel, not the full 64 before running out of mana. So it is. Anyways, replace the blocks under the plate with our new blocks. I assume this is the pattern based on the fact that there's 4 of one block, 5 of the other. Can't be the other way, right? And then get this and a end shard. Oh look, we have exactly 1 left. It does take a fair bit of mana, and well, we probably have a mana pool. Come on. You can click these on, right? That's a bit easier. Alright, yeah, that'll pull in mana. Ah, there we go, we had a mana pool. And the empowered shard. So with this, I think that's everything. Were we waiting? Oh, we were waiting for these to grow, huh? How close are they? Where did I even put my bonsais? Put them around here somewhere. Oh, they're there. I hid them underneath the void ore miner for some reason. 66%. Alright, I have 10 minutes left. I don't think there's anything to do in the next 10 minutes. I think right now I'm just waiting for 10 minutes. Wait, just kidding. There's one more thing I have to do, and that is prepare this thing. So I need wisdom wood pigmented planks. Okay, that's trivial. And clouds generated in Underworld. You get to Underworld, drop from Y255 to a bedrock at Y0 in the overworld. Alright, let's go do that, I guess. I think the easiest way to generate just a tiny bit of bedrock is to set you at speed 1. Pick a chunk, any chunk. I pick this chunk. Turn it on briefly. Let it generate enough bedrock for you to land on. Then we can turn it off. Alright. This is going to hit it, right? So we just have to fly all the way up to 250 or 255. We're getting there. I can't see anything anymore, but alright. Well, as I say, what goes up must come down. So let's go a little bit higher just to be sure. And free fall. Whee! That was pretty cool. Whee! Presumably, the lore said something about they were escaping to the underworld. I originally thought that underworld would be the name for the nether, but it's clearly not the nether. I have no clue what this is. I guess it's a wizardry dimension? What are these things? Not interested. I just want your clouds. Can I just mine with the pickaxe? Sure, looks like it. And one more swap of all the blocks. Now all that's left is to drop the 9 items on it. So we can... Let me just make sure this is 9 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It takes 5 mana pools. But our mana pools fill up, it was what, like 1 every couple minutes? And 1 every minute? So in the 10 minutes that it'll take for these to finish, we should be done with that. We have 20%, so 6 minutes left. Come on. Almost there. 99%. Oh, some of these are done. And I'm pretty sure the crystal is a 100% chance. So, yeah, we can't fail to get it. Alright, to use these crystals, they go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 soul powder on the Botania altar first. Lots of mana being used in this last phase here. Put my mana spreader over this way. Alright, so that thing has to blast it with the whole darn mana pool. Do I have a spare Gaia? Yeah, let's make a... let's borrow this. And make a faster mana spreader, just to speed this up every little bit we can. There we go. So I don't know exactly how much mana this thing will take, but looks like we have another couple minutes of blasting it with mana ahead of us. No, it's not good. It's like 1 minute of crafting. Finish up the craft as usual. And that should do it. So that covers all the bits there. Then to make the snow globe, we take all of these, and it should just be as simple as dumping them in there. Then the items should get pulled over, and it has to pull in 5 full mana pools. However, because I'm feeding it from like so many different mana pools, it should be pretty darn quick. Yep, there it goes. Ta-da! 1 miniature sky city globe. So what do we do with this? Do we just click it? You shrunk the entire... I guess maybe we click it in the over... I mean, we are trying to rebuild the overworld after all, right? Let's go to the overworld and turn it into a city. Become city. Become city. Become city. May need more than one. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. How do I use it? Game? Hello? Become city. That can't be the end, can it? So I have no clue how you're supposed to figure this out, but you're supposed to click it on a weather deflector. I don't know what the like relationship is. Maybe there was a clue in here somewhere that I overlooked, but I don't know, man. You're supposed to. That's what I found by looking it up in the scripts. So click it on a weather deflector. Doesn't look like it'll be too bad of a craft. Turns out you can't even auto-craft the weather detector because the applied energistics crafter doesn't have the appropriate game stage to do so. Oh well. We can just manually craft it. It's not that big a deal, but that's one of the more... Oh, we can't even craft it in this terminal because it doesn't have the right game stage. That's one of the more annoying things about dealing with game stages. It was more of a hassle in some packs like what was it, Sevtech, where almost everything was staged. There we go. So apparently there was a goal for that. I don't know what tab that was in. It wasn't in here, was it? No? I have no clue where that was hiding, but apparently there was a hint telling me about it somewhere. And no, it doesn't even show up here anymore. Who knows? But back to the overworld we go. I do believe this is the last thing that we'll be doing in this pack, so with this I think we can come on. There we go. With this, I think we can call it a wrap for Levitated. This was a fun last set of challenges to round out a pretty fun pack. So yeah, all things considered, I'm pretty happy with what we did. Looks like there's villagers in here. We got our clouds put to good use. Neat little ending. Are we still in? We're on a mushroom island. What are the odds? Well, yeah, I guess we're probably not in the overworld anymore. Creative paste container. Does this let you? Is this like a creative item source? I'm curious. So if I copy, right-click empty air to reset. Yes, reset, please. Right-click empty air to reset. How do I copy mode? Clear. There we go. If I copy those blocks, I don't have any of them on me. And oh yeah, cool. So it's like a creative item source. I mean, not that that's terribly relevant. I guess it's a creative block source. It can only do anything that has a block form. But yeah, with that, I think the Levitated series comes to an end. I'm very thankful you guys told me about this ending in the comments, because I'll be honest, I never would have found it in these advancements. What does this say? been a long way. Glad humanity has a second chance, and that's the end of the pack. All right, glad to see you here. You'll receive a... Feel free to expand your own sky city. Each globe will have its own unique ID, so you can visit other players' cities if you like. Well, I got no one to visit. Use the globe again or place a waystone in your city. Cool. All right, well, with that, yeah, that's a wrap for Levitated. This video, I think, will be coming out on a Saturday, so there will be no video the following day because that's Sunday, and then I'll start another pack probably sometime next week. I don't actually have a plan for what pack that'll be yet, but in the meantime, if you want more Minecraft, feel free to check out my Omnifactory series that I'm playing on stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m.-ish Pacific time. Hope to see you there. And have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.